We're at the southern end of Sanur today, at the southern roundabout, and today we're going to go for a walk along Jalan Cemara. So these are the roads that you've got from the roundabout. Up there, that's Jalan Danau Tumblingan. That's Jalan Kusumasari. That's Jalan Cemara. And that one's Jalan Danau Poso. And we're going to go down that one over there. What I like about this road is that it's a quieter end of Sanur, and you still have a few little nice cafes and restaurants down here as well. There's a few hotels that are down this way as well, like further down you've got the Mercure, for example. This is Popular Supermarket. It's about 200 meters down from the roundabout, and it's a fairly pricey supermarket, but it's got a lot of imported goods, fresh fruit and veg, good quality. And if you've got a hotel in the area, it's easy to pop in here and get a few bits and pieces. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're in the area. Across the road from Popular, you've got the patio there. I've already reviewed that once before, and I'll put a link up there at the top of the screen. Patio is a good place for a coffee. And across the road from the patio is the Jaya Kusuma Art Market, a small little art market selling all sorts of like dresses and artworks, other sorts of clothes, knickknacks, traditional sort of Bali art market. Another 50 metres on from that is Bear Bottle, which is one of my favourite coffee shops in all of Sanur. Fantastic coffee. I've done a review. There's a little link there up the top. Check that one out. Across the road from Bear Bottle is Riviera. I've never been there, but it's an Italian restaurant and it gets pretty good reviews, so that might be something to check out in the future. I'll do a review at some point, I guess, but I haven't got around to it yet. But definitely something to keep on your radar, and maybe look at some of the reviews online, maybe on Google Maps, to see if it sort of meets your expectations. Compared to Jalan Danau Tumblingan, Jalan Cemara is a really short street. It only goes for how many meters? 500 meters, I would have to guess. But it's packed with a lot of interesting things as well. A few subscribers of mine have been telling me about Sagara Villas and Suites, which is right here. That's another sort of 100 metres down from Bear Bottle there. And out the front of it is this Viewy Vietnamese restaurant. I've been there a few times actually, and I've tried to review it, but it's always so busy. I can never sort of get a quiet corner and not look like an idiot while I'm doing my reviews. I'll have to do it in the future, but I will just summarise by saying it's excellent. So if you want Vietnamese food, this Viewy one here, that's a winner, absolute winner, out the front of the Sagara Villas and Suites. So 25 metres on from that Vietnamese restaurant, you have Pory Santian. And that's a really popular resort. Heads straight out to the beach there. If you're going along that beachfront walk, you'll see a lot of people swimming at the pool, which is right along the beach path. It looks pretty good from the outside. I haven't been there, but again, it's extremely popular, so it must be pretty good. A mate of mine put me onto this one. It's called Linger, and occasionally they'll do a barbie guling and they'll roast it out the front while you can have some beers and watch it roast and have a nice feast. It's sort of like a bar, and it says tonight there's a ladies' night of 30% discount, cocktails and shots every Tuesday, so that looks like it'll be pretty popular. Warung Mina has been around for ages. Again, I've never been there, but it's got a pretty good reputation as well. And that's right next to the Prama beach. And the Prama, along with Pory Santian, is one of the most famous hotels down this end. It's actually got really, really positive reviews. And you'll find that it's a lot of people's favourite. Good location too. So the Prama is actually really close to the end of Jalan Cemara. The road is that short. And of course from the Prama, it's a very short walk up to the roundabout, and then all of the restaurants and cafes that are around that part of town, like Massimo's and that roast pork noodle place and that sort of thing. So just about on the corner, yeah, that's the end of Jalan Cemara. Just about on the corner is Bella Italia. Bella Italia constantly gets recommended to me as a good Italian place. You know, Massimo's is the most famous, but that Bella Italia does have a very, very good reputation. So definitely something worth giving a go if you're into Italian food, I'd say. So at the end of Jalan Cemara, you have there, so that's Cemara. You can turn right and go down Jalan Sudamala, or that one over there is Mertasari. There's not much up that road. A couple of accesses to the beach. That's where the Mercure is, and the Gardenia bed and breakfast and cafe. Sudamala has a few things that might interest people, and it actually leads up to Jalan Danau Poso. So we'll head down that one. So that there is Jalan Cemara, and this is Jalan Sudamala, and the first stop is Saigon Cafe. It's another Vietnamese restaurant, and some people sort of prefer it over the previous place that I just mentioned, that Mẹ Viewy Hanoi kitchen place. I haven't tried it, but it does get very good reviews. So if you're looking at Vietnamese, you've really got a couple of choices here which are top notch. So give that one a go. So about 25 meters up, you have Warung Baby Monkeys. Incredibly popular, that place. Like, you see a lot of people recommending that one down this end of town. Now, Penny Weny is a little hidden gem. A friend of mine swears by it. She reckons they do the best sort of pedicures and little treatments there. So definitely check out Penny Weny, highly recommended. So as you can see from this road, there's lots of smaller little shops there, more local style, lots of guest houses, sort of cheaper accommodation, smaller accommodation, not your big expensive cafes and hotels like you'll have up on Jalan Danau Tumblingan. And I kind of like that. It's a very chilled out vibe down here, but it still does have a few of the things that you might want, and you can probably enjoy yourself. Little places like this Cambodia Homestead, which has got small rooms and a swimming pool, and I don't know how much it costs, but I would guess that is extremely cheap. And as we get up to the corner of Jalan Danau Poso and Jalan Sudamala, what you'll find is this place, Wong Bonjong. And that place is quite popular and has pretty good reviews as well, and I've been meaning to check it out at some point as well. But we've come to the end of that street, and this is Jalan Danau Poso here. And you'll see across the road there that Warung Jawa Mora Senang Slamet. And I've already reviewed that. It's actually, I think, the very first video I ever uploaded. So I'll put a little link up there as well. That is a very cheap place to eat. Perhaps one of the cheapest places in Sanur. If not the cheapest, it's very close. And that's really, if you look at the terrain here, that's Sudamala, that's Poso, and there's that Warung there. So definitely check that out. Look, I've been doing a few of these little strolls around Sanur, and I've got 2 previous ones, and I'm going to do a couple of more. So I'm going to link to those in the description below, so you can see a lot more about Jalan Danau Tumblingan as it is right now, and the beachfront as it is now. That beachfront path, I walked from the very south to the very north, near the harbour there. So check those out. So as you can see, the Jalan Cemara and Jalan Sudamala area is quite peaceful. It's got a few little nice cafes and restaurants down there that'll keep you occupied. So don't be worried if you're staying at somewhere like the Pory Santian or Prama. It's a good location. Now, if you want to get to the northern end of town from there, it'll be a cab ride of about 30,000 rupiah, 3 kilometres. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Lots of cheap cabs around here. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur. I'll catch you next time.